on this blessed moment. Wow. What a celebration in many avenues. And what a place to be for some in the avenue of an aspect of love. There's others outpouring to reach out, to surrender for guidance and love. Humanity has definitely has some challenging times ahead of them, depending on how they view their current moment and state. So I ask you, this is a time when kinship, unity really comes into play. You know, we can really exhaust ourselves physically trying to reach for the aspect of our spirituality if we're not in the right moment of peace. Outpouring, outcrying, this is where the power of prayer can happen, but you have to be in the right vibration to really feel it and ignite it. And this vlog will really be insightful, but this is a time to unify, reach out for help. Truly, what you put on yourself can really deplete your physical body and wear on you. Not in this moment, but over time. Seeing it a lot right now. A lot of people are feeling, they just want to push themselves, but your spiritual body and your physical body really have to be connected to be the wholeheartedness of you. You can't move your spiritual body and then expect your physical body to be in that same flow. There's a different, I'm looking for the right word. There's several coming up, but I'm looking for the collective word. There we go. There's a different flow. One moves with the other. And sometimes one's behind the other, sometimes one's in front of the other. Sometimes they're in a magical flow. If you're not feeling the peace and calmness, there's a misalignment. You know, you can do it alone, but you also can do it with the power of a unity. And this is where we are all one. You've got to be a proactive elevation of what you're practicing is what you're preaching. If you expect to, and this is the influx of the universal law, give and receive, you've got to do the same. Walk it and talk it, be it, act upon it. Can't flow in that process. Don't expect it to be an attraction of a magnet to you. Okay, so back onto the blog. That needed to be said somehow for the collective, for various individuals that might come in contact with this insight. How amazing. This insight of empathy. Just magical. You feel and understand the emotions of another in the service of love. Key is in the service of love. That's a profound difference than being in the service of your current moment. You don't take it upon yourself. You feel it, you unattach from it to really respond to it in the definition of love for the highest good for that individual. That's a technique, that's a teaching. And so many people are shining their light, but not connecting the bridges to shine that light in the most impactful way of love. So I ask you, really define empathy and how you're reacting and how the energy is exchanging with you and others. Very profound on that aspect of an enlightenment shift. Again, gotta have that self-love to impact the world in such a magical way that God prevails, not that you prevail. And if you can't provide that self-love to you with interactions that you're seeing in a graceful, blissful way, there's more self-love you've got to give yourself. Be proactive on that avenue before reaching out. Social media can be one of the biggest gifts, but it can also be one of the biggest burdens you bring upon yourself. Beware, be cautious, be insightful. Listen to the emotions, listen to your interactions of how you're feeling. Sometimes it's not in your highest good to do certain things that you're choosing to do. Sometimes it is. You have to feel that feeling and listen to it. Connect those two bridges to really be proactive in your ignition of a self-love module, so that self-care, self-love can really be the empathy for thyself, and thyself can be able to help the collective and whatever preference or perspective that is. Don't force something that's not purposeful. The next card that came in is ownership. Very amazing activations spread today. Very fundamental. You acknowledge your misdeeds and accomplishments alike. The good and the bad are equal. One doesn't outweigh another. Be humble in that aspect of an avenue. And learn to love all lessons, good or bad. That's alignment of a flow. That's a perspective through God's heart, through God's wills, through God's desires. No other direction. Don't force something. And if you force it, be insightful on why you're forcing it, where it's coming from, what avenue. Well, I feel the impacts. I feel the weights of these densities that have been brought up from the collective in this vlog. Tune into yourself. Tune into that vibration. It's not about being how much you can stretch yourself. That's not the presentation of any good shift. The joy and love that you aspire into being you truly is authentic. But there's outward and inward relationships that really define that and help you link those bridges. Highs and lows, look at them equally. Much love and light on this moment and each and every moment. Be love.